Hi guys, welcome to Where's Charlie. So I've been on YouTube a lot recently and I've noticed that a lot of YouTubers have been telling you their most funny, most emotional, most embarrassing, most heartwarming stories that they've ever experienced in their life. So I thought it'd be a good idea to tell you some of mine. So, I'm going to tell you 3 stories. The first one, it happened in Cuba when I was on a family holiday with my mum and dad and that. And in Cuba, it's a lovely place, really hot, palm trees, all that sort of stuff. And we had the opportunity to go swimming with dolphins. So, obviously, dolphins are beautiful. I love dolphins. We went twice, 2 different times. The first time we went, that was the best time. So what they do is, right, there's like this massive lake type thing and they've rescued some dolphins, right? The dolphins were Linda and Junior. Lovely dolphins. And so you go into the lake with them and it was just me, and my family in there just with these 2 dolphins, which was lovely. And so you get to like stroke them, you can give them a cuddle, they give you a kiss on the cheek, and it's all well and good and you can like swim around with them and it's wonderful. And then the climax of this experience with the dolphins, what you do is you lay like this, sort of like, and then these dolphins will like come behind you and like put their nose like on the bottom of your feet, and then they like push you across the water, and then they like shoot you up. So you're like, poof, and then like you and these dolphins are in the air at the same time, and you're like, whoa, whoa, and then you get your picture taken in the air, and it's wonderful. So I did that, they like you hold onto the fins and they swim you to the middle. So now I was laying there, I was really excited, I'm about to go flying with dolphins. You don't get to do that every day. So I was there with these dolphins. And then they're like harder than you think. They're like bam, rammed straight into you. So that was alright, okay, I could cope with that, I'm hard enough. So I was laying there and these dolphins come smacking on my feet and I'm picking up some speed, I'm rapid through this water, right, and it was fun. And then I go up, I shoot up with these dolphins and it's still like the best time. And I see Linda to my right, I see Junior to my left, and I'm having a wonderful time. But then obviously you're up like 30 feet in the air and then you've got to come down, and coming down from that height at that speed, the impact on the water is pretty, that connection, painful. Linda goes down, Junior goes down, Charlie goes down, and I went down sort of bum first, and the impact of the water just made me red raw, standard. I don't know how I managed to do this, but I came down and Junior's fin went straight up my bum. And I can't describe this pain. It's mind-blowing. It's just ow. Ow. And my eyes were watering and Jesus. And I had to waddle out back onto the pier. Oh. So, my second story. This is about interaction with humans, not that sort of interaction though. Where I chill, where I hang around with my friends in the summer, it's like a field and you've got like football goals there and it's really fun and stuff. So I was just there with my friend and we was just chilling and chatting about life. This happened like 2 years ago. And then out the corner of my eye, I spot something. Like some movement in a bush. And I was like, oh, hold on a second, did you see that? And she was like, no, Charlie, you just need to calm down. There's nothing in the bush. And I was like, dude, I heard something, but I'm going to let it go. Okay, so I let it go. And then I see something. Again, I hear the noises of like twigs breaking, and it was like a film. And I was like, hold on, like, I'm not comfortable. It's just us on this field, and that bush is proper, like, pfft. Listen, Char, just calm down. Everything's gonna be fine. You know, there's nothing in that bush. Just chill out and let's listen to some music. Okay, you know, I'm thinking, alright, okay, but I've still got my eyes on this bush. I'm looking at this bush. I'm thinking, I know you're in there. I know you're in there. Whatever you are, I know you're in there. So we're just chatting. We're just talking about stuff. And then I see like a head. Like a human head. But not just any human head. Like a balaclavaed human head. So you could just see your eyeballs like this. And I could see it. So I jump up. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then he's like, whoa, ah. So it's like, whoa, ah, whoa, ah, whoa. And my friend's like, listen, I don't know what's happening here. And I'm just like, you need to get up, move. There's some like dude in this like all black, you know, get up with like a black balaclava. And he's there. And he had a Nerf gun. Like, I don't know how threatening a Nerf gun is, but in that moment, like, it was the scariest time of my life. Like, someone's coming at me with a Nerf gun and a balaclava. I was scared. So I like, dragged my friend and I was like, let's go, we need to go and get out. But we couldn't get out without passing the bush, so that means passing the dude with the balaclava over his head, so. And he, like, jumps out of this bush. And he's like, whoa, Char, calm down. Whoa, it's just me. And he lifts up this balaclava. And it's this dude that was, like, infatuated with me for ages. And he was there in a bush with a balaclava on and a Nerf gun, just watching me. And I said to him, what on earth are you doing? What would make you do that? And he says, oh, I was bored, so I just wanted to see what you got up to, you know, during your everyday. What? He said that he'd been following me all day. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon and he'd been following me all day. I don't know if it's just me, but I think technology's progressing pretty rapidly. So, I don't know, you could probably pick up a phone and text me, call me, you know, any of them, followed by a question. What are you doing today? I would more than happily answer that question. And if you were bored, I might have invited you along too. It's not worth it. So, my third story. Now this one, I feel deeply, deeply bad about. Like, I done a bad thing. Unintentionally, but I done a bad thing. So, I went to New York last year. It was my last day in New York, so we decided to go to the Rockefeller Center, and it was cold and Christmassy, and you know, all the lights were there, and it was really beautiful. So we went ice skating, and I can't, you know, me ice skating, it's not a good mix. Like, I can get on the ice and I can go, but that's it. I can't stop, I can't turn. So I get on and I just go until someone crashes into me. If you do ever see me on an ice rink, avoid at all costs. So we get on this ice rink, and my friend, she just can't ice skate whatsoever. So I was helping her. I don't have a clue why she chose me to be the person who she uses to steady herself, but I helped anyway. So, like, I was holding her hand and I was helping her across, and it was all well and all good. I was picking up some speed, and I don't know why. Well, I do now, but at the time I had no idea why everyone was going to the edges of the ice rink. Like, there was nowhere that we could go but the middle, with like no barrier. So we ended up in the middle of the ice rink, and I had my friend's hand, and we're like moving now. We're like picking up some pace, and then I don't know what the hell happened, but she sort of just went. She had some like rocket, bang, she was gone. So I was like, and I had to let go of her hand, otherwise I would have fell over. And then So I'm going, and I'm like this, and I'm just going on this ice. And then I realised why everyone had moved out the way. Because this man decided, at that precise moment where I had nowhere else to go, he decided to pull out a ring and get down on one knee in front of his girlfriend. And he gets down on one knee and he's looking at his girlfriend with this ring, and her best friend's there, and she's like, oh my god, this is beautiful. And I'm there like, ugh! And now I'm panicking because this dude is proposing to his girlfriend, probably the biggest moment of his life, and in comes this big, British, apologetic ginger thing, like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And there was nothing I could do, so I was going at some speed, and then I just smacked into the man on one knee. And I stopped myself, I grabbed onto him, I don't even know why. I grabbed onto him, so now I'm standing there in the middle of this thing, this engagement, and I went into this man so hard that the ring, it went flying out of his hand, and now he was on like hands and knees, and he was trying to find this ring, and he was scuttling around, and the girlfriend was so embarrassed, she turned her back on him. She literally just turned and was like, sort yourself out. And her best friend was there, and she was like, I don't know if she was laughing, if she was crying, I don't even know what that emotion was, but she was literally shocked. The girlfriend had her back turned to the boyfriend. I'm standing there, I'm like, I am so sorry, you know, like, I don't know what's happening. And then everyone was looking at me just like, move out the way, just move. So I had to like, I can't go again once I've stopped, so I had to do this and just scoot off, like still apologise, like I'm sorry. And it was really embarrassing, and I got to the edge and I looked around, and this man, bless him, he literally just stood up with this ring, and he just went, she sort of just took it, and then he put it on her finger, and then they had an awkward hug, and everyone was staring at me like, you are the devil. Why does anyone ever talk to me? I'm literally an idiot. To that American couple that I ruined, I'm sorry. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video of my weird and embarrassing stories. Please give this video a thumbs up and comment if you want, and please subscribe, that's pretty important. The link's here to subscribe to Where's Charlie, and I'll be back next week.